Challenge Tier 1. 16 teams on the men's side and the women's side vying for the right to call themselves champions here at the first Grand Slam event of the season. Tonight's feature matchup, a final between Team Tabitha Peterson and Team Stefania Constantini. Here you see the lineups for Team Constantini. Stefania Constantini, skip. Elena Mathis at third. Angela Rome at second. And Julia Lacidelli at lead. And for Team Peterson, bit of a mix and match for the ladies. At skip, Corey Tisi at third. Vicky Persinger, second, Eileen Geving. And lead, Taylor Anderson Heidi. Both these teams looking to secure a spot in the playoff round and get a little break for their squad. Tyler George here, along with three-time world champion, 16-time slam champion Brent Lang. And Brent, this U.S. squad, probably not who you expected to see 1 through 4. Already had a change in the offseason, and now a couple changes due to a pregnancy and a birth with the Peterson ladies. No Tara, no Tabitha. So we'll call them Team TC for this evening, I believe. And on the other side for Team Constantini, a couple great wins starting out. Really kind of handed one to the hottest team on tour, Rachel Homan, and now find themselves in this A final as well.
Yeah, a bit of a mix and match, but obviously it's working out so far. They've won 2 games. We got some confusion on the ice in the draw of the button. This is the first time I've watched anybody cover, and so Corey thought she had to throw again right away, but I think they're going to wait and see if Stefania can cover, and then they'll rethrow for the hammer with no sweeping, and surely they won't both cover on the no sweeping, Tyler. I know curling is getting better, but that would be ridiculous. It's fun to see and less fun to see when you need to steal, but I think this change years ago of drawing to the button for hammer has made everybody better at drawing to the button. I mean, part of it is the ice continues to get better over the years, but we don't see as many missed draws late in games. You know, we could force them to draw the forfeit. You're kind of 50-50. That's not the case anymore. Stefania now needs to cover to have a chance at the hammer. We've covered her twice, and they do like to keep it a little closer, but it's working.
Yeah, a team that communicates really well. They get the most out of their shots, 1 through 4. I think this one hit the brakes. Looks as though it will be touching the button, not the pin.
Second place.
So it will be Team TC with hammer for the first end of this game, and you don't really know what to expect coming into a tournament with third stepping up to skip. Obviously, Corey TC, formerly Corey Christensen, if you recognize that name from years past as well, was a skip for most of her career, through juniors and early on in women's as well, skipped at the World Championships. And so not a big move for Corey, and used to the spotlight. I suppose now it's a year and a half ago, the world mixed doubles champion with Corey Dropkin. So she's used to the big stage, and the rest of her teammates, same thing. All of these ladies have represented the United States in a world championship at some point. So plenty of pedigree, but again, with a different lineup, 2-0 start. Fun to see the mix and match squad get through the A final.
Yeah, they're doing something right. Obviously making a ton of shots, and you know, you'd hate to say there's any kind of surprises in a format this good, but I don't know that if you were doing the bracket, I'm not sure I would have had both of these teams in the A final, but that was because they were in Rachel Holman's bracket and she hadn't lost yet. So no disrespect to either of these teams, and I can attest, I got to see firsthand that Corey Tisi has no problem throwing the last rock. She made every one of those in that mixed doubles semifinal at the Worlds, I got to say. Corey squared were, I was going to say they're tough to beat, but for us, they were impossible to beat that day. Unfortunately.
So Robbie Doherty getting the fans going again. Nice crowd once again in Charlottetown. And wonderful crowds all week long so far here. Robbie lives just down the road, so he's pumped to be here and essentially the host for this event. Looking around at the other games for this evening, there are 2 C event quarterfinal games. Teams trying to stay alive in the tournament. On sheet B, Delaney Strauss, also from the United States, and Chelsea Carey, looking to keep their tournament going. And on sheet D, it's Sturmey and Morrison. And over on sheet A, the other A final, Laws and Gim will be trying to punch their ticket to the quarterfinals for the Tour Challenge.
Whoever wins these A finals, they have, I saw a countdown clock on, I think it was Team Jacob's social media. It's basically a day and a half off, so not a problem for those who have been there and done that before, but they will get some practice ice tomorrow as well. But we talked about it earlier. I'm not sure if it was you and I, Tyler, or myself and John, but the extra time off can be a good thing. And it can kind of let some rust build up. You know, sometimes you want to stay on the ice. The ice is to the point now where everybody's got it pretty mapped out. It's pretty consistent. We're seeing a ton of great shots. As for anybody who tuned into that last game, Team Mowat, Team Dean, oof, there were some super high quality shots there. And Bruce Mowat, that first shot in the last end, second shot too, both shots were quite something. So big shoes to fill tonight here for the ladies, but both capable of stepping up to the big stage and making those big shots and punching their ticket to the playoffs.
And for team, we can say Peterson because we're talking about future slams now. Go a long ways towards getting into the slam in Nisku if they're able to qualify here. Outside the top 16 at this point, so those points from the quarterfinals may be enough to qualify them for the next slam. And Brent, you know how hard it is to get back in once you're out. Everything that you're doing just to maintain that spot. For your teams, you're usually towards the top of the rankings, so we weren't real close to getting knocked out. But
at the end, we definitely were. We weren't close to getting knocked out. You're right. We were knocked out. Played in the Tier 2, and yeah, it's once you get in and you have some success in the slams, you punch your ticket for the season, and that's what everybody's looking for. The bottom half of the field is really close to being out of these things, and once you get a taste and get on the ice and get in the atmosphere and play the best teams, you kind of want to do it all the time. Every time it's an option. So the points chase is real. Every game matters, and especially when it's a big game like this, the A final. I think you were mentioning, Tyler, that U.S. team here, Team Peterson, if they win this one, they punch their ticket to the next one. So that's super important. Extra on the line for the ladies from south of the border.
What's happening?
Yeah, to your point, Brent, with that break, if you do manage to qualify in the A final, it does work better for some teams, and for some, maybe you have to shake off a bit of the rust. But same situation for this game tonight, too, for some teams, knowing that they have 3 cracks, hypothetically, to make their way into the quarterfinals can help them stay loose and play better. For some, maybe you take your foot off the gas a little bit, thinking that you have a little bit of a cushion. So not sure which is the case for either of these teams, but we expect high quality play once again, and we are underway. First stone coming down the ice. And team Peterson / TC with Hammer. I suppose we should just decide which one we want to go with. I mean, Peterson's what's going to be on the screen. I'm sure Tab is watching intently at home, as well as Tara. Hello, ladies.
One of the first games that started with first rock in the forefoot, followed by a takeout. So both teams okay to just kind of get their feet under them. And I wonder if Corey will hit this and then throw a corner, the old delayed corner guard, as it's called with the 5-rock rule.
I know that Coach Kathy O has talked to them a lot about using that delayed corner, so it would not be a surprise at all. Good opportunity to congratulate Tara Peterson, her husband John Zimmer, on the birth of their child Edward. Eddie came along a month early, but everything's looking good. They'll be enjoying the evening at home watching the game. Congratulations, guys. There's your rollout, so be shocked not to see the corner now, Brent.
There it is.
And there you go.
Did your homework. Must have talked to Coach Kathy O before the game, and CEO Coach Phil's here too, I believe. Kind of oversees the whole program, does he not?
Yes, he does. Yeah, you never know where Phil's going to be and who he's helping out with, but he's always wearing the colors in some way, shape, or form. leading these U.S. teams, trying to help get them on podiums in world-level events.
Trailing a lot now. Hard.
Really working this one for Taylor. It's a little bit light, fresh path.
Wow. Pretty fresh.
One of those nuisance guards that's just over the hog line. Used to call those Hackner corners back when the ice wasn't curling near as much.
The only use for high guards now is if you're guarding a guard.
Right, or taking a draw path away.
Buona. 8 al momento. Un po' più esterna. 8. Un po' più larga. 8. Occhio alla fine. Meglio se rallenta un po'. Sta arrivando. Ok, non è male. Sta arrivando.
Is
13 e
Andrew Romay
mezzo.
playing
6.
the out-turn draw,
No.
open to the forefoot,
Ok,
just
buona.
ignoring the corner side.
Sì, un filo larga di linea.
Roll over towards it and at least make him have to contend with the corner guard. And if you're going to get a miss that wrecks that corner, it would probably be earlier in the game.
Sì. Ma non toccando la rallenta.
Almost like we're playing an open end here. That corner guard not super useful. But we'll see how they make me a liar tonight.
These teams have been really good at doing that to us throughout the course of the week, too. Hit the stick made by Eileen Geving.
I think at this point, both teams would be happy with the blank.
Spazio. Buona.
Not a lot to
Buona. Arriva, sì.
do here other than hit and stay. Don't want to roll out because as much as it will be chaseable around that corner guard, you don't want to give them a free come around.
And all the time we spent talking about all these teams being aggressive early and a lot of rocks in play. And looking across the sheets, got 3 sheets trading hits in the first.
Well, big games. I mean, 2 games life on the line, so maybe that changes things a bit. And then the other one's getting, direct into the playoffs is big. Like you said, a couple more chances, but can't have that in your mind. You need to take the opportunity now.
Both teams able to bank time later in the game, trading these hits. Brent out in the outside of the sheet. This is where we've seen rocks run and even fall back a little bit on these hits. So it's quite a bit of broom, so I don't imagine they're throwing this one particularly hard either. Elena Mathis. Just look for the hit and stick and trying to turn this over again on the wide side. There's that miss that we've seen over and over this week in the outside of the sheet.
I think that was just too much ice. Didn't look overthrown.
Sure looked like it, yeah.
So we'll see if they can make this high corner come into play. See if Vicky can get one. Top 12 buried, even over buried. Make them chase on the wide side. There is a potential jam too. Looks like might be out of the rings if it's jammed on though. So
here's Vicky Persinger.
Close. Time's good. This is where it starts. Right here. Starting to
Vicky,
curl.
2022 Olympian in the mixed
really
doubles field. Play with Chris Plies.
Oh, for there. Just let it stop.
Just hangs on for some paint. Interesting spot with it over curling and coming out a little on the other side, Brent, as you said. And this is a little bit of a tricky spot with how straight it does run out here.
much as it wouldn't look good, it almost would be easier to chase on the other side. This one, and what you don't want to do here, what I don't want to do here is nose this, and then they come down and freeze, and then there's an opportunity out of nothing.
Trying to get this to turn over on the outside. Got stick back there, so we'll see if TC decides to chase or draw under. Looks like they're going to hit as well, still play 0 or 2.
Unless you just like drawing.
Those are the two options.
I like this.
Both are okay, yeah.
not a right or wrong, just about how you want to play the end. If you want to take a chance at 2. I tend to lean towards the go for the 2 situation, just because when you get these free looks, you don't know when you're going to get another one. Ideally, you're going to create as many scoring chances as you can, but it's not a great one, but it's there with no danger.
Definitely no danger. So is that in the rings?
Sneaky. I know.
Sounds like it. Taylor thinks so.
Tempting to draw, but that guard is just so high.
If it's like 2 feet further, maybe.
Yeah.
There you go, Corey telling her thought
Should have probably
process.
played ours.
Possiamo tirar pill?
Gioco 9.
Sì.
Gioco 9 per ma anche pill perché c'è questa pill interna un po' così.
Stefania thinks this is in the rings as well, so you're going to play the takeout and try and roll inside. Wants to stay in the rings. I don't think it. You know, if Corey was going to draw, she would have done it on the last one. So anywhere in the rings here would be good. If you roll out, Corey's going to try and draw around the corner guard, keep it in front of the tee line.
Way out in the sticks here, you see they really cut the broom down. So they expect this to run straight, maybe fade a little bit.
Better to keep the weight up out here.
Yeah, these are the ones that, you know, it's a little counterintuitive. You figure throw it softer and it won't fade as much, but when they're falling, they're just going to keep falling as long as they're going down the sheet. That one looks like it might be off the paint.
It is.
So now you get your free look and possible jam.
Ah, pensavo arrivasse, scusa.
See if Corey, you don't want this behind the tee line. You'd be forced all of a sudden if Stefania can follow you down. So you want this above the tee line, buried.
Hit a 13 on yours.
13, that is heavier than we've seen.
Really?
13 still had paint, so.
Okay. And this is the same ice as yours.
Speed picks up as it goes.
Yeah. Yep.
I would like to see something in the 14, low 14s range.
Mine's a little light. Mine's a little tight. You can go ahead, Tay. Woo.
Good job avoiding the burn there by Taylor.
Mine's good. It's gonna be curled. Oh no, mine stays straight. Whoa, mine's good. Easy.
Mine should be real good here, based on the height of that guard. So now as high as you can leave it.
Let it stop. Let it stop.
That's a really good spot. Great shot.
You okay? I'm impressed you didn't burn it.
I was like ready to take
Don't say they're not athletes, folks.
Ha giocato anche Ele.
Fantastic recovery. That is pretty buried. And Stefania, again, going to the in-turn chase. I like the out-turn.
Yeah, I like that spot a lot just because it's so hard to get these to curl on that line.
This one has to go a long way. If you just tick it, it's not going out of the rings. The other side doesn't have to go very far to leave the rings. See if she changes her mind when she looks up in the hack here.
So we'll see if that was indeed a perfect guard by Taylor Anderson Heidi. Stefania Constantini. I have to remember to pause for the delay in the hack. Very deliberate, but stays in her routine every time. Final stone for her in this first end. Sweeping to curl immediately out of hand, which generally doesn't have a lot of effect that early, and this is really got a curl to get there, and that's not going to happen.
Mystery deuce. Kind of a bit of a freebie. That was a tough shot, don't get me wrong, but
that line is really tough to make that shot on. Like you said, Brent, it's probably easier playing with the outside, even though you can't see any.
I think so. I mean, she got to a piece of it and got by the guard by 6 or 8 inches, but so nice open draw. Corey's going to stick to the same path. No question marks in this path.
Should have 14-5 on the last one.
So 14 is what you're looking for, 14-2. Yep. 14-5 obviously does it. Top 12 is as many points as back 12 or button. We've never played the 2-point button here. We did at one crazy event, the Everest.
I remember that, yeah.
What was, I forget what the name of that one was, but it was the All-Star Challenge, I think.
So Corey Teesey looking for the old skips deuce. The final stone just needs to hit paint.
Give it a little more, I think.
Take.
Early clean from Taylor.
Tighter.
All you. Starting to curl now.
Line's a little tighter, then you might as well go. She got backing all day then. Looks to be just fine.
14-5.
Team TC starts off with the skips deuce. They take a 2-0 lead to the second end over Stefania Constantini.
Yeah. Good judge.
Too yellow.
Yeah.
Comes to the game we love, having the right gear makes all the difference.
Gold Line's new curling shoes and brooms are a game changer.
The shoes? Unbelievably comfortable.
And the brooms? Lightweight and effective, giving you control on every sweep.
When I step onto the ice, I'm not just prepared, I look sharp.
Have you seen these shoes? They are a game changer.
And the brooms? Light as a feather.
It's a Gold Line.
It's a Gold Line.
It's a Gold Line.
And is the choice of champions.
Yeah.
Turn do you want? Okay.
Yeah.
What I say, baby?
Second end of action, our feature matchup.
A little soft. Mine's
Team
nice.
Tabitha Peterson / Corey
Maybe a little
TC.
tight.
With a
Yep,
2 in the
fix.
first on the last 2
Fix,
stones
stay
by Corey TC,
I think white's pretty
beating
close.
Stefania
Right
Constantini.
here. You're gonna over
Winner
curl
advances
center.
to the playoffs.
Hard Vic. Yep.
Loser drops to the B final.
Hard Vic.
Brent really perfectly placed last shot, or first shot, I should say, by Corey in that last end,
Okay.
right to the top of the 12-foot, peeking out on the straight side. I don't think you could really hand place that one better.
No, with the guard being so high, the higher it is in the house, the less distance you have to curl past the guard and remove it. So that was impressive, and made no mistake on the open draw for 2. So an early 2-0 lead, and increasing her chances to win the game.
Buona.
It's another stat
Linea
that is
buona.
available. You know, if you're up 2 after 1, what is your team's chances of winning? It's crazy what they all have now. Right?
Basta per linea. Basta per
I know we've
linea.
mentioned it a million times, but always bears repeating.
No. Okay, Julie.
Kevin Martin's streak of, I believe, 38 consecutive wins when they got 2 in the first
Oh,
inning.
something crazy over there. 3 or 4 year run, and they got 2 in the first a lot, but they were like, I don't know, it's not going to be right, but they had 2 losses and 96 wins or something.
Yeah. He was really good getting 2 in the first. Let's go with that.
Really good at everything.
Hey,
But
you
yes,
got a little room right now.
good at winning the draw of the button and good at turning that into a deuce in the first end.
Close. Are you in?
Kevin up in the broadcast
Okay,
booth
gotta
for
curl.
our friends
Gotta
from
curl.
Sportsnet.
Curl. Don't want to
Him
be
and Mike in the
though.
hallway. Mike with a cashmere blazer going tonight.
Oh, styling.
Yeah,
Sounds expensive.
I would imagine it is, but you know Mike and his expensive tastes, of course.
Oh, yeah. Known for it.
Only the best.
That one does slide in. Bit of a mistake there in the management. You either want that fully in, I guess. Not sure if she's playing the nose double. That's what I would try here.
It's a lot of broom, so it looks like maybe they're just trying to roll onto the paint.
Yeah.
Buona. Sì. Più forte. Sì.
Mike also coaching Team Strauss.
Right. From the
He's on
booth?
double duty. Maybe he's got 2 separate headsets.
That would be impressive. This one's over curling. Don't want that in the rings, I don't think.
Okay, Julie.
They do, though.
Spin on, so I think pretty easy call for Corey to hit.
That one. Oh, it's in.
That's it.
I always liked how she ran the game too, Brent, with
9-5.
being very decisive.
Yeah. Okay.
Plays with good pace when
This is. Okay.
you feel confident.
I always like that in a skip. I mean, it does breed confidence when you, whether or not it's true. I mean,
Lean.
when you do play it with a good, at a good clip, it's like, well, our skips knows exactly what they want to do down there. We should just throw the rock well and
Yeah.
let her run with it.
Go, Jay. Go. Whoa.
A good sweep there by Persinger and Anderson Heidi. Goes to the top of the 8-foot.
10. Roll ok.
Trying the double this time, I would think, and you might be able to make the double and the roll. A 2-for-1 special here.
Yeah, maybe just up normal or firm. Probably gets that full roll. Firm looks about right.
And it's softer again, trying to save the shooter. The roll is more important probably than the double.
Yeah.
I think this one's going to overcurl with that weight.
Oh, ele. Mini roll. Ok. Era un
Not a bad
10,
spot to
non
roll
mi
to in
sento.
front of the other
Ok, con la
yellow.
velocità.
Good audible. That's the side that we're going to, but
Ben giocata.
Not feeling too cheeky here. Doesn't want to throw the guard. I don't blame her. Going to try and hit and roll this. This looks like it might be more comfortable with the other turn to me. Is she rolling broom side, I would think. I would try and roll towards the corner guard, but potato.
the line they're taking looks like they're trying to cross, and it definitely is doing that. That same in-between line, just inside the edge of fours, is where we've seen so many of those narrow misses, rollouts.
Stefania straight to the come around.
Rollouts, rolls out.
And for pronunciation help here?
I don't know.
You're looking
Which
for the
one's
wrong guy.
which one's plural?
Rollouts.
Rollouts. I like that.
We'll go with that.
It's one word for curlers, right? A rollout. And then there's no question.
Sempre larga.
Quattro is 4, I do know that. So that's good speed. You know, you want this top of the rings too. This guard's not exactly tight either, so looking like a good line.
Yeah, you want this in a similar spot to where TC threw her first. First down.
Could be dead buried.
They're going to play this conservative and just peel with.
I thought you might
Ricky's
try
here.
to chase, but this is a good call, safer call. The chase, and you get close and you just the old feather tick of the guard where you don't move the guard but redirect and miss the back one. So,
And you don't see Vicky miss too many of these either. Hopefully not the commentator's jinx there. That's just fine. Just gets it off.
so Elena going to play the nose hit here and lie two, spread apart. And Vicky will be asked, I'm sure, to try and hit and roll on the wide one. Usually when the other team's lying two, no guards, you want to hit and roll closer to the middle on the wide one.
I really like the peel there too, because your opponent really has not looked real sharp hitting so far. So the difference in this situation is for TC, if they have a half miss, they may still get a chance to make the double. If Constantini has a half miss, then you're probably out of the end, because they're the ones that have to maintain the two.
Very true. Hit and roll beside it.
Just try to get yourself in position to have a double with your last two shots. And if Vicky rolls this middle, they should get a chance on the next shot. Really, it's either or. I mean, you're rolling towards it either way. I think I'm with you, though, Brent. I like hitting number one first.
Good footwork there by Taylor. And a good shot where it is, Italy can't nose it. They'll be close together. She's going to roll right across the way and spread them out that way. Could roll wide side too, but it's got to spread them out somehow. Nose wouldn't leave an easy double.
Yeah, it'd be a little staggered, so it'd be thin if they're going to play it. Nose might be the best place.
The best way to make that double is probably thin on the wide side, and it's thin.
Yeah, you do get a crack at it, so maybe a thin half to a
Thinner
third.
than half, yeah.
Yeah, you can there.
It's one of those ones where you think, if I was trying to jam this, if I was trying to make it stick, it would be hard to do. So it tells me I can hit it pretty thin. I think even a thick quarter would make it. A quarter probably makes it with some
Try the double.
good speed.
Well placed by Lena Mathis. And yeah, Brent, these are the ones that are always thinner than you think. Whenever you're lining them up, it looks like a thin half played with third or even less. So Peel weight here from Corey Teesey. Made 2 draws in the first, her first hit. Early sweep, so they've got contact.
They don't sound very excited.
Does stick around, but doesn't get the double. Just a little tight out of hand.
Again, nose might be the best spot. Would leave the inside thin double that way, I think, though.
Yeah, I think nose is definitely the best spot here.
10 nose.
Rolling wide in order to make it a good roll, it's got to be real close to going out of the ring. So safer play, definitely the nose hit. I think you probably still see them have a go at the double if they nose.
Probably true. I mean, or you're just going to hit shot rock and give her an open hit for 2, and that doesn't seem all that fun.
Not for us.
No.
Not for Mom Linda watching at home.
Well, it might be more fun for her because
this is really light.
This is
really curling.
Silent hit. I don't know if that picked or if that was just a poor throw from Stefania. Technically, she's usually very sound. So.
I mean, if you're like here.
I think that was just the throw. I didn't see any weird
really
jumps
deep,
or
right?
anything like
Like, I
that,
feel
unless
like
it was
if
in
you
her
go here,
hand. But
it's almost an easier.
It's tricky. A little bit of a roll. 9-5. Okay.
Yeah, a little roll to the side
like
fourth
that
would be great.
Yeah, like a little more even. I mean, unless you want to play
after you
the
saw
straighter
that
way.
throw, you might
No, I
be
think
tempted to
that's
roll it
good.
right
Okay.
behind the other
9-5.
way.
Sure.
But she'd be playing the double, though. But yeah, they roll it away from the button a little bit. And after seeing what we've seen all week, too, Brent, you probably want to get this
I know, that's
right
what I
on
was
that in-between
thinking, too.
track, close to the edge of the forefoot. So they either have to throw coming off the center line or they have to throw on the in-between track that's been over-curling all week.
Not a bad thought there for sure.
You're right to the side of the fours, close to the edge.
Got to make sure you stay.
Whoa. Yeah.
So a sweep call late is the only way to sweep it conservatively, and then late maybe carve it over for the roll.
Whoa. Roll it back.
I think they heard me, but yeah,
That's a pretty
fine.
good spot. That's
Sorry.
right about the track that I'm struggling with. So
Yeah. Good sweep.
you see Eileen Geving in the house. Vicky Peterson are sweeping.
Sì. Okay.
Vicky throwing third stones.
We got spares. We got front enders in the house for both teams. They're trying to trip us
Okay,
up here,
sempre
Tyler.
Can't be done.
Well, speak for yourself.
Well, I mean,
Can be.
got to put a strong face out there, though.
Right. Confidence is key. Fake it till you make it, all that stuff.
Buona. È solo che ha perso velocità, vero? Ok.
So Constantini will have an open hit and stick against the 2 here.
Quello è sempre sotto, vero? Boom.
That needs a better throw than her last one.
Yeah, needs to get this one out of her hand. A little cleaner. As you said, we expect that from her. Her delivery's so technically sound. Final stone of second end. They like this one.
That was pretty good.
You're right on the nose. Or the single for Team Constantini. After 2 ends of play, Peterson leads Constantini 2-1.
Good, sorry.
You didn't say sorry to me. We always a team, always stick together. So please, I know, I've seen your eyes that you're ready to play in the next one, so no problem. Really try to put a bit more game into it.
I've stood at the pinnacle of curling and battled in the most intense games.
Out on the ice, there's no room for compromise.
And when the pressure's on, every millimeter counts.
It's not just a game.
It's about maximizing performance, pushing limits,
Seizing victory.
When victory hangs in the balance,
I know what I'm relying on.
it's a gold line. It's a gold line. It's a gold line.
And it's the choice of champions.
Solo da capire un po'. No. Il ghiaccio, non si fida del ghiaccio, allora. Cerchiamo di lasciarle più regolari. Esatto. No, Lin, ok.
Constantini.
16
In the second end, they get their one. Team TC leading 2-1 after 2 ends of play. Tyler George here with Brent Lang. Brent, a lot of rocks in play so far. Can't really fault the U.S. squad with the way the ends played out. Got their 2 in the first, played smart, and really just kind of traded hits with the Italian squad in the second end as well, and forced them into a hit for 1 after that miss by Constantini on her last, or sorry, her first.
Ok, buona Giulia.
Yeah, it's ended up in the dream start. You start with the hammer, you want to take a deuce, done, check mark. Next end, you want to force to 1, check mark. Now you want to score a deuce again, and then force to 1. They call that the death beat, the 2-1, 2-1, 2-1.
That's curling math.
Death by 1,000 cuts.
Mine's nice. I think it's all there.
So it doesn't need to take any chances either. Just want to keep the pressure on Team Italy, I think, in this case. And I like the come around here rather than the corner guard.
Okay, well then.
Get shot rock buried. When in doubt, getting shot rock is a good idea.
Nice guard to start the end by Julia Laccidelli.
Just here. Piece of the fork. Curl. Yep. Really good, Tay. Nice. Keep quick. 14.
Taylor Anderson Heidi right to the top of the forefoot. Good start for both leads. You see some more rocks in play in this end with this start.
Linea okay?
Laccidelli trying to come in and freeze on that stone on the in-turn side. Team Constantini ranked 8th in the world. Number 18 year to date.
Troppo tardi. No, solo freeze.
Qualified in a couple slams last year.
Yeah, they've had some success in the slams. They've qualified 3 times this season on tour already with a runner-up, Euro Super Series, 2 5th-place finishes, quarterfinals. Stu Sells Tankard and the Masters in Basel.
So Taylor being asked to play the in-turn freeze here, and if she can get to the nose or even across the nose a little bit, Team TC will be off to another hot start this end. Wouldn't surprise me to see this freeze made, the next one made, and then, oh, they're heavy here. Never mind.
Around it, yep.
Going with the audible.
Yes.
And they don't want to tick and spill off.
Go.
Well called by TC to get that by. Big difference in clicking that stone and not. For them this season, 2 events, a quarterfinal finish at the Mother Club Fall Curling Classic. Did not qualify in the Saville Shootout, but did earn a few points. They're ranked number 21 in the world right now. Again, needing these points. Get themselves into the next slam.
With the miss there, chance for Italy to play the out-turn freeze and put some pressure on Team USA. I think at that point, Corey will probably decide, let's try and bail out of this. Maybe get Eileen to throw a run back. That's made really well.
That's a great spot there from Rome. And as you mentioned, Brent, immediate bail.
I think she might just be peeling here. It's not a great spot to run it into, but it's going to look bad at some point here. Let's make it look bad faster. So we have more shots left to get rid of stuff.
Really threw a spinner on that one from Gelling.
Oh, another slip. Is it greasy out there tonight? Well, that's a pretty good result. And I know it leaves them lying too, but that's way better than it was. Both the reds are accessible. Taylor having a little smile at herself there, I think.
Got a little Bugs Bunny action going out there, just slipping all over the place.
I have to find a way to stay on my feet, she says.
A quale? Mi piace.
Certain times the ice is definitely slipperier, greasier, we would say.
Quale?
Again, I don't know why. I just know it to be true sometimes.
Yeah. We know certain clubs that always feel that way.
Yeah,
You generally see it with slams.
Però quello fanno
Could
questo
be an
sono
equipment problem too. Worn out. Anti-slider.
Ross Patterson, coach, walking by. Looks like he's gearing up for the Iditarod.
Questo è troppo rischioso? Sì.
We have the luxury as box here this week. Like, we've got the best seat in the house. Nice and warm. T-shirt weather in here. We got snacks, monitors everywhere. We're being treated like royalty for the first event.
Got a great team around us with Home Team Live.
Problem is, now we have set the standard high. I've been to a lot of these arena slams we're in, and they're not always quite as nice as this one here.
Right.
Charlottetown PEI.
Kudos to you, Charlottetown.
Linea larga, Ele giù. Devi andare, 2. Devi andare a bomba,
I feel like there's about 100 volunteers in here, too, with those blue jackets. Anything anybody needs.
15:40, giù anche se forte. Giù. Oh.
And as you said, Brent, that run losing your own stone may not look that great, but no center guards now. Not a lot of danger. If you can make a double here, then all of a sudden you're sitting second and third.
Yeah, did they want that in the house? I wouldn't have thought so.
I wouldn't think so, but they swept it all the way down.
That's what yeah, so like you said, a double here now and opens up a chance for Team TC to have 2 in the house and nothing buried. And
a little better throw that time from Gavin.
Couple double options, almost a triple option if you hit this a hair high.
Great, Eileen. Good.
A really good shot.
Just a hair harder right there, and that would have spun right out, but fantastic shot.
Yeah, great result.
Oh my goodness.
Moves the rocks out of the middle, now sitting first and third. Great shot from Geving. Brent, an end that we thought might be a little bit of trouble for TC, all of a sudden now looking like they could find a 2.
It does look a lot like that, and not a lot of stress, so that one's slipping into the rings from Team Constantini, changed the complexion, and Eileen making that a really good double, getting everything moving out of the forefoot.
Mathis trying to roll this underneath the corner guard.
No, Angie, no. Okay.
Semi-corner, I guess it's right between.
No, solo per la doppia.
Pretty good result.
Still trying to get it to curl at the end. Couple options here. Draw is aggressive, but a good call. If it's made, you're going to be happy. Could hit and roll on the wide one. I think there's room by there to roll right over to the red one, actually. That's what I like. I'd throw firm weight, hit and roll on the left one as we're looking at the screen.
Yeah, at some point, if you're going to make that top yellow count, you need to hit that one anyway. So if you can bunch them in the center, as you said, that'd be good.
Or you could hit the yellow. This is probably the hardest shot and not a good enough reward to try, but hit the yellow about half rock on the center line side, jam it on the left red, and roll your shooter maybe over behind the corner guard.
Going to play the soft weight hit on that back stone. Broom makes it look like somewhere between hack and board. Ricky Persinger with the in-turn.
Right on target.
Maybe a little up, yeah.
Maybe working this for a double off the outside one.
Could be. I don't think they wanted to roll undercover either. It's kind of forcing your opponent into playing the freeze then, which probably eliminates your opportunity to make that top one count.
10 e mezzo. Buona. 10 e mezzo. Sì. Buona, no. 10. Buona. Buona sola. Julie.
Mathis trying to stick
Vai,
around here.
Still a tough double, thin one.
Yeah.
I still like the hit and roll though off the other one. Maybe just not wanting to have to throw against a couple here with the score. Happy to say, let's keep it simple here and take our 3-1 lead. Well, there is room here to hit and roll for shot behind the yellow one top 12, and then
I like this call.
Force Stefani to make a straight back double.
If she does, then you draw under the corner. So I like the call here. Force her into playing a shot that could also play into a jam, too.
Yeah. Yeah. Hard tick. Hard. Whoa. Yeah. Yeah.
Real close here.
Whoa.
Stay with the roll. Whoa. Stay with the roll.
Ah.
Just bruised it a little bit.
Penso di averla tutta, verrei sempre
So at this point for Team Italy,
Ok, allora.
just really wanting to force them. There's two is still way more likely than a steal, so let's try and avoid that steal, or sorry, avoid that two. Hit and roll broom side, even behind the guard, force them to maybe draw, and then you might have some action. I'd still be worried about that double off the wide one, but it doesn't look like Corey has any appetite to even look at it or try it, so maybe I'm worried for nothing. Out turn hit. Control weight, I'd say. Want to hit about thick half, 2/3, and roll a few feet.
And making them switch turns the other way now. Stefania Constantini. Out turn hit and roll attempt.
Trying to carve it over, make it curl.
You don't want to roll out here.
You definitely don't. Oh, no.
And there is the rollout.
Oh, Billy.
Some struggles early on for the Italian skip. Open hit to sit 2
Ben giocata, scusa.
for Team TC.
9-7. True. No, here.
Not sure if that was just wider than she intended, if they misread the ice, or if she overthrew it, but one of those things happened for sure.
Leave her the double and roll. So
It looked like a lot of weight for that shot.
For the ice,
how
they
hard
took.
it hit and rolled out.
And even like she said, we can go big too.
Yeah, yeah. Don't need to get too cute with it.
Right. 9-5.
Yeah.
9-5 the call, so just throwing
under.
normal weight.
A little bit of extra ice, I would think. I know you don't want to hit that yellow one, but I think with that much weight, you might be able to hold it on the edge of the rock.
But, yeah, under somewhere. Nose isn't great.
Nose isn't great. I think she's worried that it would leave the double and the roll behind the corner guard, I guess, in the force. I wouldn't be super upset with nose. Best shot would be to roll to the back 4-foot, I would think.
They could also roll out wide, too.
Yeah, sure.
I think she said she wants to roll in.
Tay! Tay! Yes, you can go hard, Tay! Hard! Go, Tay! That's good.
So she'll give the double attempt. But again, I think after the first 5-6 shots of the end, you said this would be the scenario for Team TC. They would have taken that in a heartbeat.
Too much out there.
I would agree with that.
I like your throw.
And they're talking about how it doesn't do much out there, but yeah, we could have told you that
Pronta a prendere un po' di roll.
from the get-go.
Oh, out turn double, looks like.
Yeah, playing inside out.
Firm weight, 3/4. Roll it 4 feet, buried, force. That's what we're looking for here.
That's the plan. So thinking maybe she gets a little better action with this turn to kick over. Constantini, the double attempt. Trying to avoid giving up another 2. Working hard to hold the line.
She's really curling.
Touches it. Doesn't get it out of the house.
That's unfortunate.
Hard to do.
Ben giocata. Yep. This should curl a little bit more here. I feel like that. There.
You can see he hits it just a hair high, but not high enough. And that's
Well, that
got to
looked like
go
it was
out.
gonna go.
Yeah.
Same weight.
That's the rub of the green in golf and the curling gods in curling, or wrong side of the inch. I hate that saying, but you know, a well-thrown stone that is, that's within I don't know, a 1/16 of an inch on the first one at contact.
Yeah, about right. But it is an open hit and stick for 2.
It counts just as much as one sitting right on the button, which my daughter Skylar calls a turkey. It's covering the button.
Final stone, third end. TC with open hit for another 2.
No mistake.
There's your curling math again. Take 2s, give 1s. TC leads 4-1 after 3 ends of play.
When you've conquered another game, a long day, a job well done, and the final work call, we're your place. Come as you are and fit in comfortably. Mr. Mice, eat locally, enjoy casual.
Do you like both in? Top 4, top 12? Okay. Like tight. Right, okay.
A 2 in the first, a 2 in the third for Team TC in this A final of our feature matchup. They lead Stefania Constantini 4-1. Tyler George here with 3-time world champion Brent Lang. And Brent, we got a pick here on the first stone from
massive pick.
Anderson Heidi. Yeah, that made it maybe halfway down the sheet.
They rarely stop like that. They usually just kind of turn right or turn left, but that's unfortunate. But it's been, it's almost been clinical. I mean, not really a ton of great shots made to do this, but no stress. I mean, USA doing exactly what they need to do, making the shots they need to make, and they have not been in trouble at all.
And sometimes it's just simple execution, too. You don't need to push the envelope, especially if you feel like your opponent's struggling a little bit. Let them give you the opportunities and take them where they present themselves. And that's exactly how this game has gone to this point. Outside of a couple of really good shots from Geving last end to get them out of that trouble and set up the 2. Yeah, it's really just been make simple shots and then capitalize on mistakes. Curling 101. Not quite what we saw in the previous game with Mawat Nadine, where it's everybody makes everything, but I'm going to make the 20-foot cross-house double.
It's so true, and you know, every game has a bit of its own personality, and you go out with a game plan, and then something happens, and you kind of throw that out, and it's hard to explain. These two teams could play again tomorrow and have a completely different game, both in shots and execution and the feeling and the momentum and everything. So you got to be adaptable out there.
And you wonder if, you know, for Team Constantini, and it's just speculation because we're good at that up here.
Yeah, we make stuff up.
Yeah, if you know, the big win steamrolling Rachel Homan to get to this point, maybe a little bit of letdown or lack of focus going into the game. Again, no idea if that's the case, but you know, a team of this caliber, you don't expect to make some of the simple mistakes that they are making at this point.
Yeah, they weren't winning in the first half of either of their first 2 games, so let's not count them out yet, but need to start making a few, and would have thought they would have thrown another corner guard here, but this is a good-looking come-around from Julia. Two real good shots.
Yeah, well done by Julia. Can't really hand place that one better.
This is one of those we were talking about earlier. This is when if I'm Italy, I'm like, okay, good, they're throwing a guard. I'd love to freeze in there. I'd like to keep it so, you know, 2 of our rocks are in play as long as possible without them taking them out when you're down 3. So if they threw another one in the rings here, their next shot would almost definitely be a takeout, and I don't like that if I'm Italy right now. So I like them throwing the guard here.
I agree. You know, again, seeming counterintuitive too. If you play the freeze on theirs under the corner, even if you tick the corner, it's a good shot.
Okay, just let it stop.
I don't hate the call if I'm
Mine's pretty good.
PC though either. So
yeah, right.
Okay.
I think I like that more than the guard anyways, honestly.
I do.
Especially because, Brent, of the way the game is going. With Roxon in the house,
yep.
You know, trading hits right now, you're getting rollouts from Team Constantini, and you're out executing them on the simple shots. Let's not turn the game into a draw game where you're bunching things up.
Yep. Makes sense. And chance to lie too early in the end. As long as you hit and stay here, I think it's a pretty good result and setup. At some point, as long as we don't roll out here for Italy.
Yeah, I'm really pleased with this call for TC's side too, playing the hit. Now you're back to just trading, and you can get a look at the double right now. You can play at crosshouse.
Yeah, at some point you got to get at that one buried, and this might be your chance. Bruce Mallett made this one look real easy, just like an 8-foot cross house, thick half.
Against the 3.
Yeah, it was too, without the hammer. The buzz of the crowd is too much, and all the other games going on. Sometimes hard to hear in an arena. Way easier than in a curling club, though. Oh, I don't miss those days.
Yeah.
The Thunderdome.
The echoing noises off of the what looked like
wild.
Aluminum roofing.
The old St. Vital Curling Club in Winnipeg. I was there on the weekend.
I remember that one.
And I was on the ice with Bella, our oldest, and she's throwing some rocks. And there was a junior spiel going on, and she couldn't believe how loud it was. It's a Quonset Hut echo chamber. Awesome club, though.
So, kind of like this.
I think we played there during the, oh my God, what's the big tournament called with all the teams?
The MCA?
Yeah, the
Did
MCA.
you play in that one?
Yeah.
Oh,
Made the quarters. Only played in it 1 year.
I'd only ever heard of that. Jen's dad used to be involved in that. At one point, there was 512 teams in that event.
Yeah, incredible.
I can't even wrap my head around that.
Got knocked out in the corners by Dave Night Train Bomer.
Oh, the bomber. He was at the Canadian Seniors last year, man. He's still got it.
Yeah. I bet that delivery looks exactly the same.
The sidewinder, little drift is a gift, but man, he was throwing it hard and making a ton of great shots.
We will call the action here as well. Brent and I will probably continue that story for another 2 hours after the game's done.
So chance for a simple 2 here. He's got one buried behind the corner and hitting to lie 2. Hit and roll anywhere to the left side, the broom side of the sheet here, and I think you'll see Corey just exchange hits and really give him the 2 and take the 1-point lead to the second half of the game.
Yeah, you're hoping for a nose hit if you can get one.
Yeah.
If you're TC, and maybe get a look at the double at some point.
Ok. Allora, io ho preso 11.
Got the nose.
Throw it pretty hard to move that second one, but you can definitely get it in the area.
Hit and roll over there.
Top.
2 noses will definitely leave some kind of double.
Yeah, and you got 4 shots left in the end, so plenty of time to try to position yourself for a good look at the double. I think you can certainly throw it hard if you need to make it, but just play it simple. Get your roll in that area. For Team Italy, Team Constantini, really like to roll away if you can. If you never get underneath that yellow corner.
Eileen, yep, you gotta go. Hard, you gotta go. Hard.
Definitely want to stay shot rock. Now I think Italy's got a chance to hit, or sorry, to in-turn draw around that top 12 one. Even back 8, back 12, as long as it's second shot, get it buried. And we've got another turn of events.
Yeah, they can definitely find a 3 with this setup. It helps them spread the stones out to make sure the 2, but there is Elena Mathis.
Originally from Switzerland. Somehow Swiss and Italians are interchangeable. Claudio Pesce is Italian and played for the Swiss national team for years. Old Ralph Stockley. Looks like they like this one.
14.
think you want this behind the tee line.
14. No.
It's the finish, but with that weight, probably will.
I don't see her ever playing the freeze here. And if I'm Italy, I'm okay if she does. I was playing the runner instead of the freeze. Your first thought? I don't like the red run back. I like the chase on that one they just threw. It's partially open.
You want to come look?
I'm going to take a look, so we'll take a quick spin around the other sheets. Team Gim with a 2-0 lead after 3 ends over Team Laws in the other A qualifier matchup. Sheet B, Chelsea Carey fighting for her life with a 6-0 lead after a steal of 3 in the third on Team Strauss.
I think so too. Thinking Peel.
Stormy and Morrison tied at 1 after 3 ends.
Here.
Both teams in the C event there.
I like this for sure.
Okay, put on your coaching hat here. Do you like this, Coach Tyler?
I don't think I do. Again, as you said, you're playing red-red. It's the shorter one, so it's an easier shot, but with that yellow red, you just have to make contact.
That chase, the intern chase on the one they just drew back 8 is
yeah, they have a little more than
available.
That, than it looked like.
Looks like you can see a third of it. I like the freeze better than this, I think. But I don't like the freeze, so I don't like this. Just scoreboard related. I mean, Vicky's a good hitter. She'll probably make this, but doesn't sound like it. Oh, that is.
Oh, needed to let that go, and
that was almost nasty.
Yeah, the nasty crosshouse, but does accomplish 2 things still. Opens the number 1 counter up and pushes the number 2 farther into the open.
And they're both open now, so you got that going for you. But drawing on this Elena's second shot here to lie 3. Can they tie this game up with a 3 here? We will see.
Good setup for Team Constantini to find that 3 right now.
I want this one at least half buried, fully buried above the tee line would be the best.
Got that one, Buonalini. Good line. Less concerned about burying as they are about not leaving something simple, but that looks to be a pretty straightforward double.
This one there's a couple of catchers, right?
Yeah, now you can play this crosshouse and sit in front of the other counter. So big opportunity here for TC.
My apologies to Team TC, but you couldn't possibly go right between those reds, could you, Tyler?
I think you possibly could.
But highly unlikely.
Very unlikely.
This is personal preference. I like the other turn on these. I think it's easier to call the line, especially when you got so much room, like thin half, third.
Yeah.
Make the peel on the inside, and it's hard to miss those reds.
Yeah.
Well, it looks like a lot of room for this shot, too.
She said peel, didn't she? But she just saw Vicky, and maybe she thought Vicky threw it good, and it did take off.
Yeah, out this far, I'd be awfully surprised if this took a big turn. We'll find out now with TC's first. Going to make the crosshouse double. 2 options to make it. Just playing it with kind of firm. So maybe playing for the back one.
Don't do it.
Oh, Brent.
I'm really sorry.
Oh, no.
Come on.
Yeah, that's...
How does that happen?
How does that happen?
I can tell you exactly
that
how that happens.
That's on me. Sorry, Corey's mom that's watching.
God,
That's literally impossible to do. You could stand there with a small bucket of balls and throw that 30 times and not do it once.
At Linda Christensen, if you ever meet Brent Lang, ask for a beverage.
Now you probably have to draw around again. You can't leave that freeze, or are they going open side? Yeah, they're going open side. Important here, don't let this go to a spot where if they do decide to take on the freeze, that's shot rock.
And that it could go between again. I thought that's where you were going with that.
No. They might think we don't want to leave the double, and that's also a problem. I like going around the yellow again.
Yeah, I agree. And there's a lot of good spots you can leave it as long as it's above the tee line and you're making them probably play the run against a 4.
I'm trying to think here. Where's the best spot for this? Top 8, full 8, and then it's a really thin double?
It depends on if you want them playing the freeze. I mean, if you do, you throw it right in the back of the 12 foot.
Sure. I don't think you want them to play the freeze, but I guess risk reward.
I think even up with the number 1 counter probably, and let them play the cross house to the back one.
Yeah.
If you're throwing it to open. Or you throw it to top 8s. So that they have to play the straight roll because it's too thin for the double.
Linea molto buona, secondo me arriva. Secondo me arriva.
They want it deep. They're still sweeping it, and it's past where I said. I want this past the double of the top one, like you said. So this double now stays right in front, leaves you a tough shot.
That's not a good place to leave that stone. So opportunity to get out of the end for TC.
Nice. It does look a lot better.
It does look a lot better. I agree.
Just wondering how much it's gonna move.
How hard does it look like it'd be to go between those stones?
Harder now, but she made it a little bit bigger. Ticked it last time.
I think so. Maybe just a pinch less. Okay.
This is comfortable, half rocker. Make this stick right in front of second shot and leave Stefania with like a back line, half rocker, light hack for 2.
You like the size? Yeah. Yeah.
She's going the out turn this time, which I always liked throwing in this spot. You got your cheater line, the center line, that even if you don't slide great, you just got to get the rock close to that. The guide line.
Yeah, the bonus triple is there as well.
Curling gods do owe her one.
Somebody does.
Me.
Yep.
Final stone for Team TC here.
Didn't want to hear hard early, I don't think, but are they holding it? They're not.
Can they get a corner on it?
Okay. Pretty okay.
Yeah, it's edge to edge on that guard.
You can see here this one over curls.
Well, not quite edge to edge. I don't think should be open for him.
Ends up hitting like 7/8 of it, and that rolled a long way.
Yeah, that was really close to being really good, even though they were playing the double.
So the easy deuce here is you throw a little bit of weight and just bang it off the second shot rock. But down 3, you got to take on the back line, cross the face, hit about 2/3 of it. From what I've seen, this is kind of very makeable in terms of the curl to the wings. That shouldn't be a problem. Just talking her way through the ice here. That looks too tight for how hard I'd want to throw this shot.
Yeah, and how hard you expect it to curl. She'd move it out now.
Yeah.
I think she's talking about
talking through the weights. Maybe this is where it would be control. And this is
and if we threw a spinner, we put it here.
Could get, if you wanted to make a world-class line call, you could play like hack and just nose it and just feather the top one to redirect it but not kill it.
A lot of ways to score 2, 2 ways to score 3.
The nose tick and the cross face? Yeah, cross face. Agreed. I think the shot is, she's probably trying the cross face, obviously.
I would assume.
And even if you lose it low and you lose you hit a quarter and roll out and lose the shooter, I think you want to throw enough weight, probably light hack, so that if it does take off, you're still going to get the 2. You kill that yellow.
It needs to get off the center line to take that turn, too. So you don't want to hop this at all.
Pirino meno.
Final stone of the first half of this A final matchup. Stefania Constantini trying to knot this at 4. Back weight shot for 3.
Elena motioning that it's heavy.
It looks like a lot of weight. Trying to get it to turn over now.
Getting close to the tick.
Jams in the back, but does get 2.
Just missed the tick.
Yeah, that was feather away. But it is 2 for Constantini. They cut the deficit to 1 at the break. Corey TC leads 4-3.
Comes to the game we love, having the right gear makes all the difference.
Gold Line's new curling shoes and brooms are a game changer.
The shoes, unbelievably comfortable. And the brooms, lightweight and effective, giving you control on every sweep.
When I step onto the ice, I'm not just prepared, I look sharp.
Have you seen these shoes? They are a game changer.
And the brooms? Light as a feather.
It's a Gold Line.
It's a Gold Line.
It's a Gold Line.
And is the choice of champions.
Back for the second half of action here in our feature matchup. Here at the HearingLife Tour Challenge. Corey TC leading 4-3 over Stefania Constantini. Corey will have hammer in the fifth end of action. Tyler George here with Brent Lang. Brent, Corey had a couple chances to get out of trouble there in the fourth end, but really I think the score is pretty much about where it should be based on how these teams have played. After four ends, just a couple more mistakes from Team Constantini than Team TC. But I think as we've seen in the first couple games, Constantini has really played strong second halves of the games. So we expect a good effort from them here.
Yeah, I think you're accurate there, Tyler. It's been mostly Team TC, Team USA that's been in control and applying the pressure to Stefania and her team from Italy, but only up one. And like you said, the Italians seem to be strong finishers, so see what they can come up with here. They're probably looking for, I would think they're close to wanting double centers here. They want somebody to score here. A blank here would be pretty bad. So when you want somebody to score, you want guards, you want a place to hide. So I would go double centers here, but we will see. And if I'm Corey, I'm just going straight around this because I'm great with a blank here. So I want to just get shot rock, put the pressure on Italy all end. And maybe if they make a mistake, happy to take the 2 points. Even 1 point isn't terrible, but first choice, obviously, always is 8. But first choice is multiple points, second choice blank, and then no steal is the...
That's the first choice.
That's the main goal, yeah. You don't want to give up, it's not like you give up control, but you don't want to get back to even when you're up one with the hammer. You always want to make sure you score. So good looking come around here by Taylor.
Curling 101 from Brent Lang here. What's your objective?
Right.
What are you trying to accomplish?
I want to win the game, Tyler. I want to score more points than the other team.
Well, what did Brad Jacobs tell us to do?
He said, throw the right weight, make the right sweeping call, and I think we'll make it.
And hit the broom.
And hit the broom, too.
Yeah.
Right weight on the right line, and if I make a good sweeping call, I think we'll be okay.
I think that's pretty close to a quote there. That was about what it was.
You gotta love a skip that simplifies things for you.
Yeah.
I would definitely throw another guard here, but there's nothing wrong with this call. The result's not great. Hit and roll away here. Roll under. There's that much room. Okay. Julia won't be super happy with that one.
Yeah, there's definitely room, so you gotta like the roll in, get right to the face of your own. And if they make the freeze, you can peel the front, and you're living right the rest of the end. Taylor Anderson Heidi, despite a few slips while sweeping. Touch up that gripper. She's played extremely well so far.
Hard. You gotta go. You gotta go. Go. Sit. Nice.
Oh, really good shot there. Goes right to the nose.
Big trouble here for Italy.
And that's just how you draw it up there from Taylor. Can't do it better.
What do you like? This is just a bad situation. How do we get out of this bad? How do we make the best of a bad situation here?
I mean, ideally, if you can get there, you want to unlock that too and get to nose, because it's going to take 2 shots to have any chance of getting shot rock. If you get a force, it's not that bad, but you got to play to at least a freeze. If you have the right line, you hammer it to try to move that back one a little bit. Still not ideal, but
I think
you don't have much choice.
The best shot you could probably make would be the run back, right on the nose.
Dead on the nose, yeah.
Stick it, kill one, leave the center frozen. But this one, there's more options. As silly as it sounds, you know what I don't hate is, a back 8, back 12. Even if she chips this and rolls off, maybe we can
move those stones.
Maybe we can rope it up a little and not look too good too early. And but I don't think Corey would fall for it. I think she'd walk up and peel that guard. Doesn't matter. She's not going to do that. Yeah.
Okay.
So how aggressive do you want to be now?
You like coming around? Yeah?
I do.
I think so, yeah.
The only other shot is the crotch double on the reds, and then they're going to nose the one in the forefoot. And
so this track, do we think
you just set up so good with where those 2 yellows are. That's the thing. It's not like they're staggered. They're dead on each other, so you can throw a 3rd one right on top of that. I mean, you're not getting 2 of them out with dynamite running that rock back.
Yeah, if I'm Taylor, I'm a front end player. I don't always set us up this good, so let's take advantage. Let's play another draw here.
Yeah, you see what I did here? Yeah, don't you waste that. This has got to go for weight too. This looks like a guard.
Okay, whoa. Where is it?
Don't line that up. Don't line that up.
Whoa.
Oh, no. Oh, no.
Yeah,
that is pretty lined up. Hit it a little on the center line side. You're going to be able to kill a yellow. And, oh, she's hitting the other one.
Leaving the loaded gun maybe to use later on in the end and playing the other one back. And probably with relatively soft weight with that broom. There is Angela Romay. Intern control weight run back.
Seem to like it.
Bomba.
Just papers by.
Okay, Angie.
Now you really need to get inside that. But I don't think, Brent, you want to go all the way to it now. Maybe top 8, so if they do use that gun, it just clips the top one.
Yeah, absolutely. Bury half. Bite the center line would be great.
Yeah. Considerably more weight on this one.
If Kevin made the adjustment on the line and the way, this one's still really curling. Don't want to just feather tick that yellow and line it up even better. Like that. Oh, no.
Let's get
out of the rings. But that's lined up perfectly now. It's one of those where you kind of got to be careful you don't leave it again.
If that gets by, it's perfect too.
Playing a straight triple, I think. Good call. Showing a lot of patience, though. I don't have the patience. That middle looks pretty juicy to me. Twice I've wanted to play it.
I want to play it.
I think this is a better call this time for sure. But needs to be made. Needs to make some noise. Got to make a double here.
Fuori quella, ti prego,
That one
Angie.
spill.
Ok, bel tiro.
He's in the rings.
Looks familiar from the third end.
Much
That rock
better,
just
though.
staying in.
Same shot, I think, now. You got to get one around it and choke off that run back. Yeah.
Piece of the 4.
Let's see if they have a conversation here.
Yeah. Yeah. 4 or 5.
Talking to the sweepers and, you know, having thrown this shot twice in a row, like, it's curling for sure, and it's not quite as fast as they're thinking, I don't think. So that's a good conversation, and I would expect Vicky to make the adjustment. And as a sweeper, I'm thinking I know I can sweep this aggressively line-wise if I like the weight.
Yeah, this has got a lot of weight, not curling at all yet. So this is probably going to be
Out of the 4-foot is fine. Vicky's paying attention, though, and noticing it's slower and we're over curling, so even that's not going as far as they thought.
Okay. Just to the back of the button.
That is not optimal.
Key shot here. Elena Mathis looking to play the freeze. Team's struggling a little bit with the ice right now, and if we're ever going to see it get a little weird, be the 4th game of the day, second half of the game. Not saying that's the case, but certainly could be.
Humidity and warmth from the building builds up with all the people, and thankfully everybody I see out here is still breathing, and that creates humidity, moisture. But huge opportunity for Elena here. Needs to lock this right on the button.
Needs to finish for the line. Really trying to turn it now.
Not going to be happy with this one.
No. Bounces off. TC still sitting 2, so you can ignore that stone.
Yeah, you want to hit that in line 4, but you can't.
Yep. Not yet.
You got to take away that. I almost even top 12 is pretty good. But you got to choke off that run doubles there now. She can hit that on the 2 that are frozen. She can hit on the high side, the broom side in the middle there, and maybe drag it enough to make the double. So needs to be a made shot, biting the center line, ideally in the 4-foot for third shot.
Yeah, if you can get it to 4-foot right behind where those guards are, then the Rays might just play into a jam in the red, too.
That would be pretty nice, eh? But this spot's getting faster as we go here.
Yeah. Yeah, that's a lot of weight.
Carve that in there, I think. Uh-oh. Okay. It's not good, but
Trying to say that top 8's okay.
at least there's no automatic off that one. You go automatic off that goes right between them, but you can see here that's a foot wider than they want, and it's just because it's 5 or 6 feet heavy. But I do think that spot's getting straighter and faster. See if Stefania and the team from Italy can make that adjustment and get one right on the button. I don't think there'll be enough air, Tyler, to come off the outside yellow that Vicky just threw.
Yeah, I don't think so. They'll just try to nestle in, maybe tap that a hair, try to roll in for shot rock. But even, boy, if they can get to touching side of 4 or side of button, a very good result, and you have no problem with taking a force at this point if you're Constantini.
I think you'd agree to that right now for sure. Pretty good steal chance too.
Similar path to what we've seen. Gliding again. This one
comes out there.
Right away is out. Now starting to turn. Sweeper's really getting it to go. And it get to the inside.
Wait. Not bad.
So
yeah, that's actually a pretty good spot.
I think we can get to it and tap it a little bit. I think
sure, I think they can line 3.
Get to the nose. Yeah.
With how much room by the guard here. Like you can easily get low. Not easily, but definitely.
A little straighter. Do you like edge? Or is that? I like that.
And they got by a mile.
Yeah, if this is anywhere close to the guard with back 4, back 8, you got to keep sweeping it so it doesn't overcurl.
Just like back 4 weight, tap it a bit.
Yeah, there you go. Corey's walking us through it, commentating while she's making shots out there.
Just like back 4 weight. Try to get to the nose and tap. So I just had a 13.5 on hers, or 13.9 Eileen had.
Yeah, I was going to say 13.5 seems low.
14.2? 14?
I like to see her get aggressive at this one, too. You don't want to be on the outside and chip that. Just really have a go at it. You can win the game in this end if you make a good one right now.
Close, Tay. Line's good. Yes.
Line's tighter for sure.
Yes. Yeah, hard.
Really curling now, too.
It ended up a little light.
Just a tighter path and ran completely different. Kind of thought that might be the case.
So can they throw a guard? Who's shot? Who's second? What's going on in there, Tyler?
We'll have to take a look at the overhead again and see if we can tell.
Weight was close?
Yeah. 13.7, so.
Probably took too much less ice.
I think she just got off the path that was
Weren't getting there.
sliding.
Yeah.
Like, and they were sweeping for curl the whole way.
Right.
So you had to take
We
less.
had to get to nose.
So I guess we just had to throw a little more weight to get through.
There we go. So, yellow is shot.
Looks yellow, yeah.
It's very difficult, actually, for Italy to get shot. Throw the guard and take your force.
Now, where is the shot for more than one if you guard?
Don't see it. If you had to here, you get close to that center guard with back 4. You could probably lie 2.
Yeah, just walk it sideways at the end.
And then they wouldn't really have much of a shot either.
Yeah, even if it ended up being a freeze into that pocket, I don't really see any way for the second point to happen.
Which is the same as what everybody's been throwing right there.
I don't know that I love tapping that high side. If you're ever heavy, you're going to leave a very easy shot for 2. Right now, if you don't shoot at all,
Play that same tap.
she's going to play that same tap, as Corey just said. But so if you just throw one in the hole,
She's got to keep.
I think she'll throw it away.
She's got to.
Wouldn't she?
I don't see that she'd have much option.
That's good enough,
Right? Well,
I
depending.
don't think that
She does.
in off the side
Depending on
one,
the weight, she could
I think that's too flat to try to come back up off the back one to the button.
I just think this is really hard to get shot. So, and if you ever bumped it high and your shooter rolls off at all and you move that back yellow, you're going to leave a very easy shot for 2.
Unless they have
the 4
something.
into the 2 rolls up somehow.
Oh, there's so much weight.
It would be.
I don't think I have that in me.
That's the only way.
Yeah, I think they're talking about that in off.
Want that one back. I mean, you can't hurt yourself even just trying to make that roll in.
Constantini playing the out turn
I think you could do
draw of some kind. See exactly what she's trying to do. I think she's coming in.
I think she's trying to bump this like straight sideways.
It's going to have to go for weights, I think, too, to get there right now. Hammering it on that line. Can they move that for shot rock? It's not shot, I don't think.
Still up?
Yeah.
No,
Alright,
but
I
it
think we
does
probably just
the trick. You're throwing it away.
throw it away, right? I don't
think
see
you should
another.
try.
Don't see much there.
No,
I don't
it's
think
not
it's
really.
there.
It's pretty flat. Yeah.
Don't really have anything off of that. Don't want to hurt ourselves. You're sure we're shot, right?
What do you say?
I think
Even if
so.
you're not, I still don't think you get to shoot.
I don't know that it matters for what
Yeah,
shot
we
you're
just throw it
playing.
away.
I guess you could play the in-turn bump, get close to the guard and bump it in for shot.
TC will throw this one away. Take her single point, we believe. With that, we'll take a 5-3 lead after 5 ends over Stefania Constantini.
Sorry about mine. Yeah. This is a good setup. All good. At least we scored.
I've stood at the pinnacle of curling and battled in the most intense games.
Out on the ice, there's no room for compromise.
And when the pressure's on,
Every millimeter counts.
It's not just a game.
It's about maximizing performance, pushing limits,
Seizing victory.
when victory hangs in the balance,
I know what I'm relying on.
It's a gold line. It's a gold line. It's a gold line.
And it's the choice of champions.
That line is very strange. Like where it either runs or goes. Thought we were gonna get a couple, but yeah. Thought we were gonna get a couple. Yeah. Yeah. I know. So in and then taped? Yeah. We're doing good on time. Still have 2 time on. So.
So a back and forth end, kind of a hot potato end, Brent, in the 5th, where both teams had significant opportunities to take control of that end with one draw, but really looked like that path just kept getting faster as both teams played it, and then bringing the broom in a little bit to try to get on a different path, kill the speed. So we are at 5-3 after 5 ends of play.
Yep, hard Vic. Yep, come on.
Yeah, Corey was talking to, I think it was Kathy O behind the bench there, you know, saying I really thought we were going to get a couple. That track was just a little tricky. You're out wider, it's a little straighter and faster. You get inside it and it snaps and a little slower. And I think that was just because it maybe sat for a little bit and got faster and straighter as they threw 3 or 4 in a row. And then Corey tightened it up a little too much and got into a little bit slower and more curly spot. But overall, no big harm done. Just didn't get quite take advantage of the chance to potentially put the game away there. So
I think both teams really liked how they threw a couple of those.
looked like it, yeah.
Some bad results.
Linea buona, oh. Va bene lì. Va bene
We're
lì.
on sheet A in our other
Va bene lì.
A event final, Team
Buona,
Gim
Julie.
with a 2 in the 5th, now leading Team Laws 4-1. Sheet B, Chelsea Carey now out to a 9-1 lead over Delaney Strauss. Keep her playoff hopes alive in the C quarters. And on sheet D, Sturmey and Morrison tied at 2 after single by Sturmey in the 5th. Both those teams still fighting for their tournament lives. Our feature game very much up for grabs still.
14-1.
Key end now, Brent, obviously, with a 5-3 lead for Corey TC.
Okay, good judge.
You're going hard for your 2 right now.
Looks like she's going to throw another corner guard. Or she's going around the corner guard.
I think she's coming in.
I like that. Julie made this shot a couple ends ago really well, and it kind of stayed there for the whole end and gave them that chance for 2 and 4. I think that was their second point.
It was.
Buona.
Nice to see the lead stones on the board. Would keep our
Buona.
partner John Cullen happy.
Yeah.
Perengi.
You guys on tour ever
Linea
mess
Perengi.
around when you're trying to stay interested in some of the lesser
15-4,
events and
sempre Perengi.
try to make lead stones score for fun?
Well, not for fun. I mean, it meant a lot to Saville, so we tried to do it, but no, that wasn't really a thing. But he did point it out when they did, and I get it. Yeah, that's my rock, boys. Yeah, and we protected it all end with our lives, Saville. I think we see that more and more with the hammer. The corner guard straight around, you make it good, and as long as you don't make any big mistakes, they don't get a chance to run that back.
Right.
And get rid of that.
That's the 5 rock rule in play, because if you throw one guard and come around it with your second one, they still can't peel.
Exactly. So that's why you're seeing them come around again. And
really nice shot there by Gavin.
Pretty good. How open is that? It's not bare. It looks like it's wide open, just edge on edge. So this is a great chance for Stefania. And team to get one right on the nose, kill the back one. Maybe cross it a hair, but something really close to nose would be very nice.
I think if you're Constantini, you just want to go nose here.
Yeah, I don't know what the... Julia's got something she wants to share.
Timeout has been called.
Facendo
First of the game.
A me piace, però capisco che lei magari venga di nuovo a freeze.
Allora piuttosto da prenderla sull'esterno.
Esatto.
My Italian study session for the day.
Questo io non so se ci sia.
No, questo qua sì. Cos'è che non c'è?
La doppia con questo.
No, doppia non, la 5 resta. Yeah, I think, or either this, but then, like, if we know they are first, they freeze, and this is a problem, maybe a little bit on the outside.
No, I think hit as much as you can on the yellow to keep them like in line.
But then they freeze? And if they peel, what we do? We freeze again?
Yeah, you can go up for that one, you lie free.
Don't...
Okay. And
Coach Grand saying... I don't think he's saying if they make the nose...
Yep. Okay.
So, 12?
Nose as much as possible.
Right, he's right about that. This is a good opportunity for us. So nose... You heard Stefania's concern is if we nose and they freeze, I'm worried about getting that out. It looks like it goes over to our other one. But this is really early in the end.
Right.
So the key is killing one and staying in a spot where Team TC won't be able to take it out. And you'll have 2 rocks in the rings. And they'll have to throw some kind of freeze. And if you get any mistakes, this could turn into a really good opportunity. It's already really solid for 2.
Yeah, to your point, Brent, it's just so early in the end to be thinking about those kinds of things. Right now, you're just trying to put it in a position where there's nothing they can do with it.
Looks like they like it.
Really curling. That's a good result. They don't seem to like it much, but...
Lost it a little, but I'd be pretty happy with that.
Shot, yeah.
Didn't see this coming, so Corey opening up the back when I get the want for that, but if this doesn't touch the center guard, doesn't sound great. Accidental run back.
That could be trouble if they can. Well, it looks like that red is actually guarded up pretty well.
They could just pick out shot rock.
Yeah.
Or you just whip another one around there and freeze again. Leave that pick open. Yeah, they're thinking chase.
Tough to stick around.
Pack weight, it's possible, but this brings in disaster, ticking the red. Not disaster, but not great. I think that the straight pick's obviously a lot easier shot. You lie 2, one's buried. I think that's a good situation, but this is a much better situation if you can make it. It's just a much harder shot.
Very precise shot here for Angela Rome. Trying to remove the yellow and stick around. There's your worst result. Pushing that to the open.
That was going to happen a lot, unfortunately.
Yeah, the perfect make and the worst miss are right next to each other.
Quarter inch, right?
Yeah. That was more than a quarter inch off, but... I don't like that shot at all. It's just, it's...
Especially not now, when we missed it.
Boy, yeah, I don't like
it was
how
hard.
That ended up. Yeah, it's just, there's so little margin for error.
Flying too early behind the centers.
And, and to your point again, too, if you just rip that stone, take the ice out of it, you're in really good shape because of how high that stone was and the the top of the 8s.
They trying the double here? I didn't catch it. Vicky Persinger.
I think they're just rolling off that stone.
Not sure why they wouldn't just hit the back one then.
Sure with that call. I mean,
I think Red's shot, second shot.
Yeah, they were sweeping like they were playing for the double because they never touch that. It rolls all the way over to the forefoot.
I think Corey must have just misread it, thought it was curling harder.
Yeah.
That's why I liked hitting the other one. It's just a nose hit. And I know what you're trying to do, make it perfect, but nose hit, and then they chase this one, and then you're going to get a hit and roll back or a nose. And
well, even if you rolled in a little bit off of that number 2 counter, back 8s, it's not a bad result at all.
Oh.
Yeah, either nose or roll off the other one, you're in really good shape.
Trying to get to as much a nose as you can here, I think.
By quite a ways.
Do the double. Flying 2, but half rock, thick half double, not going to take it on, just a straight roll, which is completely fine. Maybe.
10-5?
Just not the same precision we saw from Team Constantini in the first 2 games.
Not yet. Still a chance for 2 here. I mean, it's not set up just yet, but they do have the 2 centers. Flying 2. Somebody's going to get behind the center, though.
You want to be careful with this roll not to over-roll and leave the double behind cover. Just rolling underneath the near yellow guard.
Eileen! Hard, you gotta go. Come on, go. Anything. Okay, had a 10.
Close for shot rock, probably won't matter momentarily.
Oh, I missed a stupid sweep call on her first one. Yeah. It looked like it was just going crazy.
Too strong.
I know.
Very unlikely Corey will be joining the Hebert jar at any point this week.
Oh, no?
She's got a couple in her, but
she's playing too good. So here's a chance. See if they can match the weight with the line and make the line call and get one buried here behind the center guards. And then the 2 is highly likely. Sounds like they like it. Very close. Hello. Oh, sit. That rolled too far.
Did it come out the other side?
It did.
Probably have a piece of that.
See from the overhead.
How much do I have, Tay?
More than half.
Stops on the center line there. That would have been money, as they say.
Just a sweeping error there.
Board? Yeah. Like that? Yeah.
Forward, and you're going to hit and roll right over in front of the red one, probably, like kind of into the back of your yellow. Be tough to remove, and then probably you're going to see Stefania have to play a come around and try and make a skips deuce.
That's a big shot here for TC. Need to eliminate this stone. You have a stopper with your own to sit in front of the other red.
A little bit for sure. I mean, if you hit it really thin, you might miss it, but.
Agreed. Yeah.
Over our other A qualifier, Team Laws with a 3 to tie things up with Team Gim, 4-4.
Big swing in 6. So she said board weight.
Yep. Yep. Yes. Hard.
Sounds like tighter or.
Oh, here's the guard.
Gonna get the back one at least.
Yeah, they got off of it. Have to make sure you're by there.
Not as bad as it could have been. You can see just a feather tick. I don't know why they had to play that tight, though. That was going to actually roll low if it gets by.
Good job. 11-5.
About as thin as you can touch a guard.
That's for sure.
Definitely shrank her score.
So
sure.
they're already shot. They look like they motioned back line, like back 8, get to the red and bump it back.
Yeah,
that's fine.
If you can
Straight
get
draw is
to,
pretty good too.
If you can get to nose and tap.
Tap frozen, shooter goes a little low. That's a really good shot.
Yeah, you're sitting 2 if you move that yellow even a couple inches so that your shooter out counts it.
Mm-hmm.
Makes a little tap. I think we might still be second. I know, I was thinking that.
Got a final over on sheet B. Chelsea Carey with at least a 9-1 victory, depending on what happened in the 6th. We'll see when they hang the score, but Chelsea will move on to the C semis.
Nice to see hometown hero Lauren Lenentine sticking around for the crowd. At least one more day. Give the people what they want. We're trying to lie 2 this way. The other way to lie 2 is just straight draw, or like there's lots of room to get to the top button, especially if you play the out-turn draw. But this is a great shot, and obviously very confident in this. They went to it straight away.
Swooping this one to try to get by the guard now too. Looks like it should be by.
I'm not sure it's heavy enough. Okay.
Not too bad.
Pretty good.
Yeah, open.
Poi interno di rilascio, mi sa,
Close to behind the other guard, so the freeze is there for TC. Now on the opposite side to try
Probably
to
have about half of it.
kill the end.
Yeah, 2's okay, 3's not okay. True, right? True. Could throw like similar weights.
You said they have half of it too.
Half.
So you could play hack, try to make sure that rock goes.
Try to get to nose.
It'll come to nose, I think, easily with either
Oh, I
one.
think you can roll low here. Just don't want to risk hitting the guard. Don't get so tight to the guard that just feathers it again.
Yeah, this is one you can be a little conservative with the sweep call with the 2-point lead.
You like this?
You really want to stay away from 3.
No, I think I'm going to throw similar to what I just threw.
Brent, you like playing the hit as opposed to the freeze here, correct? You got enough of that stone that it's pretty safe.
Yeah, if that rock was behind the button and behind the guard, then yeah, absolutely play the freeze. But because it's not, a lot of time. Oh, we're going to call a timeout. Was that called from the coach's bench? They got all the way down there, and see if we can listen in, because I speak American. Not well, but I understand it a little.
Do you speak Canadian too?
I have
Kathy,
like a quarter.
Certain provinces.
Yeah.
Get under and.
Okay.
I get what you're saying about eliminating it, but we still have one over there, right? If you can get under, you're good, right? Well, how much does she have of the 4? Yeah, I think if you can corner freeze on the inside. On the
Is it ever worth like playing this?
No, it's hard.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay, so try to get here.
Yeah.
Even if it comes up like top button, I guess.
Over buried, it's okay.
Yeah.
Right.
But if then
Try to
you're
stay here.
Over buried, then I want you to be on the button because then that jabs on it,
Right.
right?
Sure. Yeah.
Still like that. Yeah, I like this way.
Okay. So you guys have thrown these.
Well, Kathy likes the aggressive shot, the draw.
Running for a while.
But I also
You got to draw the button. It has to be perfect speed.
Right.
Because if you're a little heavy, it's quite possible to go through that bowl. So, and if you're a little heavy and it bumps it at all, you better bump it far enough that you're lying second and third.
Those top 4.
Not my #1 call, but this is a great result. If you could walk it down there, yeah, this is the shot you'd play if you knew you were going to make it.
If you make it perfect, it could be a game winner. So I get that.
So you're thinking like a 14.
But again, scoreboard.
I think it's the back line, soft hack, hit and roll low is an easier shot.
Yeah, you have some margin for error to get a good result with that weight regardless. The draw, it's really just one result that's good.
If you're not on the button, yeah, she's going to have a shot for 3.
Big shot here, Ori TC. Playing the out-turn draw to the button.
Felt like that timeout came from the bench, and Kathy and probably talked to Coach Phil too. They were pretty adamant that this was the right call.
Really needs to turn.
Hard back! Vic! You gotta go, Vicky!
A little confusion here.
Vicky! Yep. So hard!
Can't leave it short now.
Go!
Oh, really needed to go. I don't know why Vicky was waiting there, thinking that maybe it was there.
Heavy.
Perfect line to make the freeze if they go there.
La ficchiamo dentro, dobbiamo passare a filo della guardia
I
centrale.
think it's still too red at this point. Boy, 2 more licks of sweep and you're probably shot rock.
No, e comunque non abbiamo praticamente
Almost perfect. Tough draw, but there is an in-turn draw to the button for 2, or for 3. Sorry, I can't count. Which is a disastrous outcome for Team TC at this point. Inches from perfect, and that was my concern with that shot, is you throw a really good shot and make a small mistake on a line call or the judge, which they did, and now all of a sudden you might be losing the game that you've controlled for the first 5.5 ends. Stefania seems to come up with the big shot when they're needed. It's needed right now.
Yeah, this is a big point here. Already with 2 in their pocket. Throwing for a 3rd point, trying to cross their own stone and just touch the button for that 3rd point.
Huge point here.
Final stone, 6th end. Stefania Constantini. In turn, come around draw. Trying to get it to turn early here. They don't like the line right away, but looks like it's starting to curl now. Can they get it to cross that stone?
It's heavy and they nose bump that red. They're going to get 1. 3.
It does look to be 3. So Constantini with a 3 in the 6th to now go up 6-5 on Corey TC after 6 ends of play.
Bella squarciata. Dai. Dai, buona mano, raga. Nice.
When you've conquered another game, a long day, a job well done, and the final work call, we're your place. Come as you are and fit in comfortably. Mr. Mice, eat locally, enjoy casual.
Roba? Sì. Preferiamo I 2.
Big turn of events in the 6th end.
Vediamo.
Stefania Constantini draws the button for a 3rd point.
Vediamo. Se vanno
Now
dietro
leading
freeze e poi guardiamo
Corey
uno dopo.
TC in this A qualifier game. 6-5. That crucial 7th end with TC with hammer down by 1. Looking to try to get either a blank or a 2 or more. Both teams doing pretty well on time. Constantini at 7:52. TC at 9:32. So no worries on clock.
Sì, qua sono sempre andata un po' forti, quindi.
See how TC and team, this is where I know they all know each other quite well, but not having been through the ups and downs of battle and scar tissue together, see how they react to that, because they have been in control of this game, and now they look down there and they see that they're not favored. The odds are not in their favor of winning this game now. They're down 1 with the hammer playing 7. Still very much in reach to win this game, but they're going to need to play 2 really good ends, starting with maybe 2 now. I think they'll go around the center.
Good center guard from Julia Lacidelli to start the 7th off. In turn, come around draw for Taylor Anderson Heidi.
Mine's really nice. 5. Piece of the 4. Mine's good. Wait only right now.
trying to go full 4 buried.
We're pretty close. Here it goes.
Doesn't look like a guard on the first one that
No.
Italy's going to be able to throw another one. So
Yeah, just like this to stop above the tee line.
Okay.
You're right on back of the tee.
It's a good block for Italy, unfortunately.
An easy decision to freeze. Following that up.
Po' larga. Larga. Buona. Buona. È perfetta. Ele allora. Vai giù.
This
Vai
one
giù.
hanging out too, trying to get it
Vai,
to
vai,
turn. To get to the freeze, plenty of weight.
Vai, 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 vai.
I don't think they're going to like this one too much.
Buona Giulia.
Taps it to back 4.
Buona.
If you're TC, Brent, you like that a lot, separating those stones and moving it almost to the back 8. The less piled up in the forefoot these stones are, better chance you have of still playing for 0 or 2.
No question there.
I like the call here, playing hack too. Good way to play 0 or 2. Like the call playing hack last time too.
Whoa.
Yeah, I mean, I think we went over why, and I 100% agree. Easy to say now, but
Free to it, Vic. Free to it. Whoa.
good shot here. Taylor made it perfect. Perfect weight makes that shot so much easier to make.
She's had a very strong game tonight.
T-line. Freeze, okay. T-line. 14,5. Sì.
Trying to create a pocket behind the center line here, saying freeze is okay, T-line low. Ideally, bump it back a bit behind the button.
Yeah, always important to remember you're not trying to steal with this shot. Just trying to create an opportunity to do it later. Or at least get
Larga.
force.
T-line. Larga. T-line. Buona.
I would think Corey's next play is to peel the guard and bring it in the house and see if she can work it for a simple deuce or a blank.
This is the line that both teams struggled with so much in the 5th. But this one looks pretty good from Rome.
Going right by everything, I think.
Ok, non è male lì.
Crosses to the other side.
Velocità perfetta.
Maybe a chance to get there again. Really start putting some pressure on Constantini.
Looks like hack. Yeah.
Sometimes you look at the setup and you say it could be the biggest shot of the end right now, and this is a big one for Team TC already.
That would qualify, I think, this shot, yeah.
Eileen Geving, another hack weight attempt.
Easy.
Looks like it's a little on the full side right now.
Hard. Gotta go, Tay. Hard. Hard. Come on, you're doing it. Keep going. Keep going. Keep going. Hard. Hard. Come on. Go.
And loses their own, so a bit of a missed opportunity. Not a terrible setup, both above the tee line, but boy, if they ever got inside there and rolled in, it'd be deep trouble for Constantini.
Andiamo per il tap.
So a good situation now for Constantini.
Okay.
Looked there that if they made that, they were in trying to force them to 1, they were looking like forcing them to 3 or 4. So now a chance. I think she's playing to kill this now.
12. No, larga.
Looks to be pure hack.
A bomba però.
Is it close enough to the center line that that'll turn? Looks like it is.
Tip. Oh. Tip. Oh. Julip.
Very nicely done there by Rome.
Vai Giulia, fuori.
Still does stand back.
Polenta. 12,5.
That's important.
Okay.
Can they chase this top one on the intern side? Yeah,
Yeah, I suppose.
that's what I see too.
That's what I was wondering. Yeah.
And they're talking about peeling the guard, but I think, yeah, Brent, you take a
I don't
go
mind the
at it.
peel.
If you tick it over to a corner, it's kind of similar to making the peel
Or you play the
anyways.
same thing if you get the guard, that's okay.
And I would say it's better than peeling the guard. So
Corey just said the same. If you get the guard, it's okay.
Yeah.
just don't say the in-between out loud.
I think same way. Okay.
Yeah, she didn't say either or.
No. Let's make this.
I'm going to throw it right between and just feather the edge of it. How's that sound?
Sounds terrible.
Yep, hard!
That's tight in a spot that curls.
Hard, Vic!
They're holding it early. See if they can get it by.
Whoa, you're on the guard.
Nothing wrong with that. Pro side.
Okay.
Really coming into the rings here. I don't see that being a good idea with that extra yellow one. I think you need a guard.
I mean, sta doppia ne abbiamo una doppia. Mi piace. Sì? Sì.
See that being a great idea either.
Oh, I think the guard is a pretty easy call here.
Abbiamo anche il time out in caso.
A little bit on the conservative side.
Va bene?
I'm out. I think they're showing, I mean, I know they're a fantastic team, top 10 in the world, and it's hard to say they're inexperienced, but I think they're showing a little bit of inexperience in some of these calls. But Soren Grand does not lack experience. He's coached, I'm going to say, every country in the world, it seems.
It's made the rounds.
Se noi facciamo questo, sì, però poi noi
You always
settiamo
know the
due con la
difference in the
doppia, non è male.
experienced coaches by the pace they take to the other end, too.
Però secondo me se
See if we can hear what Soren has to say. They'll switch to English here for us.
Sono magari anche i freeze qua.
I think we have two options here. In my point of view, either we guard the red one, like to cover that one, we take out that one, and she has to do something here. Of course, we can still lose two worst case scenarios.
Yeah.
So, but maybe we should even. I'm not sure we're gonna keep it there. We're gonna just peel it out.
So nose it?
Maybe peel it out.
Peel it out?
Yeah, because what can she do? She can play the double here.
I think she has to play on this one at some point.
Yeah, no, she's probably going to try the double. If we keep that down there, it's dangerous for us.
But do like
I think if this remains, maybe it's a force. If we peel out, maybe it's a blank. But do you like this? No, risky. Okay. Okay, so peel it out or guard for you? Yeah. Just now.
But peel out? Don't you like staying here maybe?
Yeah, you can do that as well.
And pro side rolling out?
But take that out, that's my
Yes. Okay.
If we guard now, what do you think they're gonna do?
Yeah, they're going to play the same again. Working on it.
So yeah.
Yeah, I think that is
Mi piace.
Yep.
Sì. Quindi roll piuttosto roll out.
Ma
So they
sì.
talked through it all, and
Sì.
Soren says, I like the guard, I like hitting the back one. Because they're up one, they're afraid of giving up three. Like they said, two is not so bad. So
it's really hard to give up three with the way the rocks are set up now when you throw a halfway decent guard.
Yeah, you would have to almost completely miss it. I guess they're afraid of that intern chase that they tried last time, but what is Corey going to do next?
No.
I think they're playing the double on those two reds and keeping 0 or 2 alive, probably.
Yeah, I don't agree with them peeling this out. I think that's a mistake.
With the broom they're taking, it looks like maybe they're playing a stick.
Yeah, they did say like a hit and roll right in front of the yellow. Like just hit and stay. I don't care where it stays.
Yeah, you need that rock to stay on the paint.
Force point.
Oh, Julie. Oh.
Sounds good.
No.
Yeah, good shot.
Buona.
So does she play the nose double, leave the nose double back, make one more double in blank city?
Meglio così. Sì.
Yeah, you may get a bonus and get all three if you.
It's going towards it.
Some smoke here. If I'm
Oh,
Corey,
there's
I'm telling Vicky, just fire this thing and let's get them all.
Looks like there might be a double jam back there. Like if you hit this on the nose and the red goes over, hits the other red into that yellow, they both might stay.
Early sweep here. That looks really tight.
All the way.
Maybe playing the other double now.
I want to save the shooter.
Okay.
Lined up to where?
Boy, it's tough to get that yellow between the
Sure
two
is.
reds. They ended up in a really interesting spot.
11
You hit that wrong, you could lose both reds. just hitting the top one. I think that's probably smart just because of the way they're angled too. So hit and roll away.
Just don't play it soft enough that if it comes up and it clips the second one, you don't kill either one. But you have to play it. If you're trying to save your shooter, it has to be that soft. And that was pretty predictable.
Yeah, they were just worried about it snapping up, but there's a big difference in the curl there when it starts on the center line or when it starts on either side of the center line. Like, I think you get more curl if it's actually 6 inches wider on that path.
Yeah, it's all part of mapping the ice. Weight sensitive, certain spots. But you got to get that mental map going.
You ever hit the back one right now, Brent?
I do, yeah.
Yeah.
They hit and roll in front of it, though. Maybe I don't, actually.
You could draw to even up, too.
Give her a double. Right.
You still got 3 stones left, so it's hard to maintain if you just throw the draw.
I like hitting.
Yeah,
I like killing a red. I don't hate hitting the yellow onto the red.
And she's hitting that.
I kind of like hitting that back stone. You make them hit number 1 with the red behind it. You still have 2 shots left after.
Mm-hmm. Looks like we've got another timeout coming.
I don't know.
What's your number 1 call here?
What's your gut for?
Hitting this was kind of my gut.
I think the best shot would be to hit the yellow into the red and spread them out, but that's also the hardest one.
What's that?
But I think that's probably what I would call.
Right.
I like that.
But I just think like it's getting a little dicey if we draw over here. If we
I
ever
don't
leave our
mind.
double.
I don't like the draw.
For sure force.
Right.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, I like the hit.
You got to hit something.
That puts the blank still in play, too.
It does, yeah.
You hit the back
Yeah,
one.
that was
My
my
problem
first
with that is
shot.
they make a decent hit and roll in
10,
front,
9-5.
and it's a shot they just
9-5.
saw. And then we're probably forced. But I don't mind this call.
I think I like it just based on how they've been playing this game, too. Let's do the same thing. Let's make our open hit and stick, and let's make them make something.
Back at the house.
Vicky Persinger. Control weight. Looks like even maybe a little harder than that. Not taking a ton of ice.
Yep. Hard.
Really tight out of hand.
Hard.
See if Anderson Heidi can hold it.
Hard. Come on, Taylor. Go. Go, 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 go.
Oof, just didn't get there. It was tight out of hand for Vicky. The good thing for TC is blank is still definitely in play, but
Quite trust it that time.
yeah, really
Huh? Così.
pretty good chance at a 2 if they nose there.
So playing the same shot she would have anyway, but now with way less risk. That extra one rolling out, that would have made it more expensive. More risk, so now a chance to potentially force hit and roll broomside to the top 4 foot, and Corey might have to take on a slash double. One chance. If she's not successful, then she's going to be forced. It's not a good situation, not a great result. So it looks like, you know, a control, heavy board kind of weight shot.
Yeah, you just want to roll to a spot that doesn't leave a double back.
Sounds like they really like it. Could roll it way over. All right, well, right there is pretty good.
Yeah, I like that. That's
thin double.
Very good shot.
Sorry.
So we've got to make a really good roll here. Pick the right weight that you can roll low enough that it's, you know, kind of blastable, or pick it out and that she won't try and stay
9-5.
for 2. But
In front.
do you ever take on the double now? The only way to guarantee it. Blank.
Yeah.
But then they go around the corner because you're not going to stick it like
Probably not sticking, yeah. Tough draw around the corner, though, too, out that
Very.
far. If it looks good to you, play it.
Yeah.
It's one of those, like, yeah, I think I got this one, but they never really even looked at it at all, so I don't think she was confident in the shot.
Not something you really maybe talk or skip into.
Right, yeah.
Which is...
No, I know you don't like it, but I want you to play the quarter rock double.
Yeah, that was part of what I didn't love about the shot they picked in 6, too. It didn't seem like it wasn't even something Corey talked about.
Right. I think you want to roll this just a little bit to the outside of the sheet.
Yeah, does
so you
she
don't
try
leave
the blank?
Slash blank. I don't think you have much choice.
I agree.
Yeah, if you're talking percentages of win-loss, the only way you give yourself a significantly better chance is getting the blank. So for Constantini, you want to roll this maybe 2 feet out wide.
Anything broomside is
Yeah,
going to make it really tough.
I mean, the blank, obviously, even if it's a flat or double, that really isn't much
fine.
blank at all. So at least 2 feet out wide.
Devi andare a sbrega.
She's curling a little early, though.
Really called the lane on right away. This one I think is rolling the other way.
A little fortunate there. Maybe you can get it to go right between and get them both.
I could get it to go right through the hole and not touch it. Is that what you mean?
Yeah. That hole's just a little bigger than you'd like for that shot.
Yeah.
Yeah. Fire it, just make contact with the second one. It is possible. She's taking broom. It looks like she's just taking the single, though.
That's what I mean. That's the ice that I'd want to throw through the hole.
Mm-hmm. Now, if I was trying to make the field goal, that's right where I'd put it with weight.
We'll know by how hard she pushes out. If she pushes out hard, she's trying to double. No, she's playing the hit for one. Which is very, very easy because there is a catcher there. So anything high side or nose or a little bit low. No problem.
They do get forced to one. Constantini has battled back to take hammer in this tie game, going to the 8th and likely final end.
Comes to the game we love, having the right gear makes all the difference.
Goldline's new curling shoes and brooms are a game changer.
The shoes, unbelievably comfortable. And the brooms, lightweight and effective, giving you control on every sweep.
When I step onto the ice, I'm not just prepared, I look sharp.
Have you seen these shoes? They are a game changer.
And the brooms, light as a feather.
It's a Goldline.
It's a Goldline.
It's a Goldline.
And is the choice of champions.
We're not back. Six the score. Going to the 8th here in our feature matchup. Corey TC, Stefania Constantini. Constantini with hammer. Tyler George here with Brent Lang. Brent, kind of what we predicted at the break. Much stronger second half for Team Constantini. Now, let's flip the script. Just needing one with hammer in the last end to secure their playoff spot.
Got to give them credit. You know, they're a patient team. They understand that you want to be in the game late, so maybe they don't take a ton of chances early, and then they know that, hey, we're distance runners. We're not sprinters. We still got lots left at the end when it really matters.
over in our other A final.
Same situation, hey?
Yeah, Gim was able to blank 7 and has Hammer coming home tied up 4-4. A couple barn burners here, as we expect from the A finals.
Un po' più profonda, un po' più profonda. Buona lì, buona lì, buona lì.
And not a great shot there from
15-6.
Laciadelli. He's one in the top 12s. Brent basically serves as another guard in this situation.
And we're almost looking at 3 center guards if Taylor can make this one. Nice and high on the center line.
Toughest guard in the game, the one to throw just over the hog line.
I never enjoyed throwing this one.
No.
Where are you? Where are you? Yeah.
But it is one, again, that it's worse.
You can, Eileen.
You know, your ego wants you to say, well, just make sure it's over. But if you get it too close to it, it's actually worse than hogging it, because then the double peel gets it coming back too.
Pretty well done there from Taylor.
Yeah, pretty good shot.
Probably her last throw, so very good game from Taylor. Didn't see many blips on the radar from her. Both leads have had strong games.
Yeah.
Always a nice feeling as a front ender when you have the hammer coming home tied and you get through your shots and you're not dead yet. Give your shooters, as they used to call them, give the shooters a chance.
Yeah, it's a team game, but it's always good to know you did what you could do. You did your job.
Buona, Julie.
That goes right to the back of the button. Again, not a great spot. And door wide open now for Team TC.
This is it. Eileen needs to make this right now.
Yeah, this can be the game winner. If you make this right now, this rock could end up being the one that counts. So
this is where Corey threw her draw, so it's a path they know. Just watch Julia throw it as well, but see if they got a little fooled on this spot in terms of speed last time. They didn't want to carve it because they thought it was heavy, and it ended up being, you know, inches short.
Yeah, you're not worried about line here. You got to sweep it to the T line. And where it goes, it goes.
Oh, yeah.
Well, you're worried about line when it's out this far.
Yeah, you are now.
Yeah, Corey liked it out of her hand. She thought the line was close, but a missed opportunity. But with the way the guards are set up,
I think you have to draw here if you're Italy.
I would agree. I mean, your brain says guards peel.
No, I know,
end,
right?
But yeah, I agree.
If she makes the double, they're back in business. Yeah, what a great shot. That's huge. So I like the peel now.
Yeah, absolutely the right call.
Yeah.
I don't know why they'd even think about playing the draw.
Give me a little extra.
That's a really good shot there.
Yeah, really well done.
Took one of the weights off the chest. But not done yet, because that one is still back button.
Got some room.
Guard peel, guard peel.
I think it's always Tay. It's got to curl.
And Corey will have to decide
Both of you, yep.
whether she wants Vicky to make that freeze, or if she wants to leave it later. That's got to curl and go.
You're doing it. Keep going.
You got to get this as far as you can go now.
Two really good sweeping teams.
Good scrub. Good sweep.
I don't know if the Italian team, I know it's not Fry, but I don't know if they have a sweeping coach or what, but all the Italians seem to be great sweepers.
Yeah, I wonder why Mozana and Armand are good sweepers.
It helps that they're physically beasts, but the technique they have is also incredible. It's not, that's not something you just kind of naturally have.
That's a really good shot there from
opens up that
Rome.
draw path,
Yeah, I was just going to say, makes the peel and moves the other guard to open up the intern draw. A really good shot there. Two dandies from Rome. She's done her job as well.
And not only that, those guys bigger, stronger, younger, and more athletic than us, they also have better sweeping technique.
They do have those things.
That's a bad combination for us.
They were in getting their glamour shots done today, and Armand was standing in the front doing his poses, and the photographer said, can you go on your tiptoes? Can you get a little taller? Can you raise up? I said, when's the last time somebody asked you that?
Right? Must have had Amos standing in front of him. Another good guard. We're going to see another peel.
Yeah, this still isn't a bad setup right now for TC. If this just plays out with single peels, again, that rock in the top of the 12-foot serve as a guard if you can ever make that freeze dead on that red stone.
Buona. Stop.
One.
Vai, 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 vai.
There's your in-off rock.
Another
right
kicker.
there.
Stop.
Trying to win by 3.
Stop e scararmi.
Just trying to get that out of the way in case she has to make that in-turn draw.
Yeah.
Also a good in-off rock if it ever went really sideways. If they're playing an in-off here to win this game, though, something's went awry. Would you play the freeze now, or do you throw one more guard? I think you throw one more.
I think it's one more, yeah. Because I don't think Constantini has a choice but to peel still.
Line's nice.
I think if I'm
On a similar
DC, I'm pretty happy if she's drawing.
Can you get shot with the in-turn? I think you can. So
Yeah.
that makes it okay to throw a guard here. Because if you couldn't, and I'm Stefania, I might think if we just throw one anywhere in front here, pretty good. Like anywhere in the house on that line.
Easy now.
Little angle, but I don't think they're even thinking about it. No.
Yeah, they're just playing single peel.
So the next shot for Corey has to be the out-turn freeze.
Yeah.
Right?
Yep. Because if you don't play it, they will.
And even if you
have to.
even if you bump it back, like anything in there,
Sì. Vai, vai, Andy, vai. Buona.
getting down to it, and the Laws game. Caitlin with a really tough shot here. Made it perfect.
Good goal for Caitlin. Jim's going to have to make a good one for the win. Timeout here for TC.
We got lots of coaches on the ice. Ross Patterson next door.
Ross put sled dogs aside to get out
A
there
little
for
tricky
the
to get shot.
timeout.
But I guess we don't need to be shot.
I was hoping just to tap it like that.
Yeah.
I don't mind the intern either. I just know that you threw the.
Right.
Yeah. I agree.
I'm worried with the intern we're not going to get there on the line, and then she just plays this, and then we don't have much. Yeah, I think if we can get here and like tap this just a little bit.
Yeah. It'll come in enough. You can even just get right there. If you can get across it, you shot.
Right. Yeah. So you like the out turn?
I do just because I saw you play it.
Yeah. Okay.
I agree. I like the out turn,
ice
but
for that was
I'm not sure why they feel they need to tap it, Brent. I mean, they're shot with a freeze, correct?
Right.
I think so. Yeah, it looks to me that way. And I think if you, she might have said tap it an inch or something. I'm not sure, but I agree with Kathy too that if you get close to this one top 12, that it will actually get across the face of the red one,
right?
Which
Speed
might not
seems
be as
pretty
good
nice
because
here.
then the run back
Speed seemed pretty nice.
kills the yellows, and I think you want this to stay on the nose. I don't think you want to lose the line as much as it feels like you always want to be tight as possible to those guards. So, big shot, one she played 2 ends ago and made almost perfectly, but not quite.
They were a little fooled on this line before that they thought it would curl more. A little more outward momentum with Geving's rocks, and this one doesn't look like it's going to be close.
Rushing the top one.
Yeah, that's going to make it tough. Not a great angle in anywhere now.
Se noi
Team
facciamo
Gim
questa,
does
ne
make
facciamo un'altra guardia per venire a
the final shot.
I think the slip double made it look pretty easy.
Se la facciamo sopra.
Ok, però poi lei ha il freeze di nuovo fatto che ha appena provato.
Ok.
1 by 3 actually.
Cosa? Se veniva
7-4.
7-4 final. Gim does move on to the playoffs.
Però
The Laws drops down
come
to
punch
play
viene da giocare la doppia.
Isabella Rana
Ok, capito quello che
in the
dico?
B final.
Che
I was
se
talking to
noi
the
la
professional
facciamo,
staff from
lei
Sportsnet
ha lo
before the
stesso
game,
tiro
and
facendo il freeze.
Jennifer told
A
me
te
that
cosa piace?
this is their 7th spiel. Is that possible?
Dicevo che se noi facciamo questa doppia,
I'm tired
con
just
lo
thinking about
scooter
it.
le prepariamo di nuovo il tiro che ha appena fatto.
Tired right now. Like, without thinking about it.
Però se viene la
Non play
doppia
any
noi basta pillare via tutto e facciamo 2, capito?
Ok, allora andiamo per la doppia.
7 ottavi di qua.
Sì, piuttosto
Sturmy Morrison.
Sì,
Sturmy
dai.
just made a great shot, and it rolled out, I think, by
C'è
like
un
a
pick
quarter
qui, mi
inch. So
togli
I think
tu?
she just got
La
knocked
gioco
out,
in
but they're going to
intro,
measure.
L'hai pulita?
So what did
L'hai
they
pulita
decide
bene?
here? I don't... Do you like hitting something? I guess you can't. Do you guard the yellow?
Ok, 7 ottavi.
If you guard yellow, I don't really see a whole lot else besides the in-off.
The one that I said you'd never play, but yeah. So I don't like the guard.
Well, the one that you thought Stefania would never play.
Right.
You didn't say anything about Corey.
True. Thank you. Feel this, they come down and freeze, and they still win the game. Don't they? They've got third shot, or who's third?
I don't really get peeling this.
Oh.
It's thick. Okay. Oh, not good, though. That's terrible.
Now the freeze is still maybe a game winner.
Same thing. So, yeah, gotta...
And it is official. Team Sturmey bows out.
Freeze, little tap.
Team Morrison
Right? Okay.
lives another day.
Yeah. So we were here, so now we want to be just a little bit more, and then I'll just throw it better too. Yeah. Yep. Same weight.
Looks to me like if she makes this, the only shot that Constantini's going to have is going to be the in-off. Of course.
Yeah, Eileen had a
As we've said all along, that's the one she's been eyeing up.
Yeah, you were eyeballing that right from the start.
I think so too. Yeah.
So now you can let it go across. There's no runbacks in the middle, and if it gets across, the in-off doesn't help her.
If you cross this to 4/5 on the inside,
I don't think she has a shot.
She may not have a shot unless you can pick it. So final shot, Corey Teesey. Outturn freeze attempt. This looks like a little more line than the previous shot, which is a good thing.
They're tracking this time.
Not turning yet.
Not sure what happened to her first one, but this isn't close.
Yeah, this looks more like Gevings. That did not curl, so just a tricky line maybe, but does not get anywhere near. That will be a final. Stefania Constantini with the comeback win. 7-6. They will move on to the playoffs. For TC, they drop down to the B final. They still have at least one more chance to get through. That will wrap up our coverage. We're back tomorrow morning at 8:30 once again. Feature game commentary for Tyler George and Brent Lang signing off this evening. We will see you tomorrow morning.